Okay, so the way that my readings are going to work is you can just look at your sun sign if you want to, but it's more ideal if you not only look at your sun, but also your moon and lagna or ascendant. And even though it's going to be near impossible to do this, please try your best to not cross-watch a sign that you're having interest in or questioning about. Because it's don't get me wrong, there's absolutely nothing wrong with being curious and trying to figure out, what is this person going to do? What's their next move? But please try to keep it down at a minimum. And without further ado, the way that the reading is going to work is that every week there's going to be a total of 4 decks I'm going to use. Each element's going to be using one specific deck, and each zodiac sign is going to be having the Dark Goddess Oracle alongside it. And the way that the Dark Goddess Oracle goes is that you have the first card, which is the goddess that favors you of the week, the one you must seek out or you get guidance from, and then the last one is the one that's telling you, girl, really? We've been through this thousands of times. Please don't forget this. You already know how to do this. If you forget this, you're going to be in deep doo-doo. And then the tarot reading that follows afterwards. Am I going to be mainly a love reader? You never know. It just all depends what decides to come out of my mouth and what the cardstock says and what the goddesses say. So, don't expect it to be consistently only love related or just pretty much financial related. I'm just going to say what appears in front of me. And pretty much that's really it. And if time goes on and if I get more exposure, that sounds so horrible, but deal with it. If I get more subscribers and more watch time, I'll actually be able to use my phone and do these much more regularly than just using my computer and that mumble jumble. But anywho, without further ado, enjoy your reading, and remember, this is not really meant for true guidance. This is for entertainment purposes only. So please, whatever you do, don't be going out thinking, oh, well, Halsier said that you're cheating on me, so I'm going to just come up here and stab you. No, that's not recommended, and please don't do that. So without further ado, enjoy your cards being thrown at your face. Alrighty, Taurus. Your deck that you're going to be having this week, along with Virgo and Capricorn, is the Erotic Fantasy Tarot. I know, it's just nasty. And for some reason, I have to say this for bloody heck. If you're not at least the age of 18, please, keep your eyes closed, because there's going to be some human body parts that are going to be like, holy breasticles, Batman. God forbid. It's like your kids aren't going to see it sooner or later, so might as well get it over and done with. Whatever, deal with it. Well, that's offensive. Good. That's the point. Well, wise man once said, please, don't be telling people your weaknesses, because that's how your enemies are going to take them and then just smear them in your face. But anyway, so. The first goddess to come out of the Dark Goddess Oracle, the first one is the one that favors you. The second one to come out is the one you must seek out. And then the third one is the one that's telling you, God, girl, we've been through this how many times? I thought you knew this. No? Okay. I really hope, you like, me hitting you upside the head with a blunt object or something. Alright, to you. Tough goddess in power. Medea, deception. Aries got this. You must seek out the Borgin for sovereignty, but you mustn't forget Kalek for endurance. Well, this is a bit of a turn of bamboozled. Because Aries actually got Medea for the one they mustn't forget. And now you're the one that's having her in power. But anyway. So, Taurus. Medea as the goddess in power. This week, don't be so quick on telling everybody the whole upfront, point blank how it is. Consider maybe equivocating, and equivocating is telling the truth, but not all the way. It's telling some of the truth, but not all of it, but it's not lying. But also keep in mind to make sure that you have your best interests first, and sometimes you have to have your best interests first by, being sneaky. But don't make it to the point where it was like how she was in her tale, where she gets to the point of madness and kills her own children. And yeah, all because Jason, it didn't work out with him. You must seek out the Morgan. Now, the Morgan with sovereignty, you must seek out, well, I'm not afraid to go, listen, kid. You're ruining my comfort, you're ruining my sense of stability, you're ruining my sense of, me being balanced and, fruitful. Piss it. Because the Morgan is a goddess that does not put up with BS. In fact, she's probably one of the first goddesses that you mess with that will grab you by the throat, rip your throat out, scream in your face, and then just slam your head, still attached to the spinal cord, and slam it onto the ground. And then stomp on it. So probably this week is telling you to keep up your deception game, but when it calls for it, to not be afraid to go table flip Hong Kong Fooey in somebody's face when needed. It doesn't mean, just to go ham mode and just be all ready to stab somebody willy-nilly. No, that's not the point. But you must, and forget with Kalek, for endurance, is that you must forget too that you've endured quite a bit, and that you do have a sense of, okay, it's nowhere near my limit, I can handle this BS for a little bit. You can withstand it, you understand it, it's not bothering you yet, but once it gets to the point of like, okay dude, you know what, you're starting to make me get agitated. In other words, don't forget that you don't have to go table McFlip right away. You can just keep the cool and just say how you feel, like, please stop and piss it before, I'm just gonna stab you with this. Keep your ground, but don't be right away. Just keep it nice, cool, civil, but when it comes to it, just be like, okay, you know what? That's it. So to recap, do what you have to do for your best interests, equivocate, but don't give the full truth. But if you give the truth, some of it is still the truth. Seek out to turn out to be a little bit more sassy this week and a little bit more feisty for your gains and your sense of comfort and sense of being able to be prosperous. But don't forget too, you can take quite a bit and you can handle quite a bit, so that means you don't have to draw the gun and shoot on the first kind of conflict that comes about. So now the erotic fantasy tarot. Let's see what this lovely hoochie hot mess says. And it's going to be a regular Celtic cross. And whatever decides to pop out, pops out. Alrighty. Deck of breasticles all over the place. What can you tell me about the lovely Taurus? The sign of the male mooey, or cow. And just so you know, I don't have anything against Tauruses. In fact, I love Tauruses. A lot. They like to be petted. So what? Well, hey, you know what? At least, at least you're something, because I'm over here just like, well, I'm just an inanimate object. How do you think I feel? I just sit there. And I'm used. Alrighty. Current position, current standing. We have we have the Knight of Pentacles. So currently standing, you might be in a position where you're moving slow, steady, but precise. And you're working towards something that's going to give you a lot of prosperous gains, or it's going to bring to you results that's going to be stable. And when it comes to your line of work, you're just going things by the book, taking things slow and steady, but you're making sure everything is correct. You're not really wanting to have any whoopsies happen. But you could use a good little kick at the pants to get, some of the gains in a little bit faster, but not complaining. Rather have it be slow and steady and right. You're encountering death. So the Knight of Pentacles is kicking the bucket, and what is he going to transform into? The Knight of Pentacles is turning into the Idiot, or the Fool, which is odd, because Aries had the Fool. So, the Knight of Pentacles being transformed into the Fool, so probably your way of handling things now may be a little bit more carefree and a little bit more whimsical and a little bit like, oh come on, let's try something a little bit new and silly. Or like you might have an opportunity to go towards something in a new, unique way. My only question is, what on earth is the cause of all this? The cause of this is the Queen of Pentacles. So this could represent you stepping into your power, being all like, I kind of don't like how this is going, so I'm going to take my throne back, sit on it, and be like, listen, kid, I'm the one in control here, because the Queen, you don't tell the Queen no. You can tell the King no, but not the Queen. But in this particular position where she's at and how everything's landed so far, is that probably you're wanting to take your sense of self and put yourself back in your power first, and really not give a bamboozly hoo-dee-hoo about whoever is telling you, well, you should do it like this, and how it used to be the Knight of Pentacles. But now you're just like, look, I'm going to do things however I want to, and if I want to do things crazy and silly, well, oh well, deal with it. What's behind you or backing you up is, fun, wow, okay. Behind you or backing you up is the King of Pentacles, which is telling me that you have a significant other or a partner in the line of work you're doing or the endeavor. You have somebody backing you up who is actually able to see eye to eye to you and is able to support you as a yin-yang, perfectly balanced energy. So you have a figure who's able to tell you and give you good counsel and backing you up and giving you the best pathway to your desired outcome. Also, for some reason too, I'm also getting, for whatever reason, if the person who is supporting you or backing you up seems to be a little bit timid, don't be afraid, remind them, look, listen kid, who's the Queen? Thought so. Come on, let's move a cupcake. Don't be afraid to remind them about who's in real control. What's on top of your head and what you're hoping for is the Two of Cups, which is a card of give and take, unionship. Well, probably you're wanting to have a balanced yin-yang and truce with possibly this King of Pentacles. Or being able to see eye to eye regarding something. Or probably this line of work or investment that you're having. You actually are going to be able to share it with someone. What's coming right for the face is the Page of Pentacles. We got a lot of pentacle and earthy things going on here, and funny enough, we have all the pentacle court cards right here. Okay. So coming towards you is actually a messenger, or possibly someone who's actually going to bring you a lot of stability regarding the message they bring, or possibly a new endeavor, because this might even be you. The Page of Pentacles is earth and earth, so you might be going on a new endeavor that's actually going to be providing you more stability and financial gain compared to when you were the Knight of Pentacles. this actually might be more favorable, more down to earth, more practical. It may not require a lot more movement, just like how the Knight of Pentacles was requiring some movement. This one actually might be more ideal. Self-perception, or how you're viewing yourself, is the holiness, the Pope. So you're seeing yourself as a figure who's able to give good counsel, advice, and is able to lead people in the line of work and or the endeavor that you're in. So that's also a good thing, but again, make sure you don't take advantage of people just because you know your stuff and you kind of bark the orders and you have a high standing in society or the whole situation as a whole. Don't take advantage of that, because that's no, that's not the point. But again, you got to keep in mind too, in power right now, it may not be good to give out your full entire plan or like your full entire desired scheme of things, but just to equivocate. Not give it all, but just a little bit. Everybody else or outside perception seeing you as the Three of Pentacles, which is a card of working together and investing together. So anybody else in this situation seeing you as willing to cooperate and work together as a unit, while deep down you're probably being like, little do they know I'm just telling them what to do because my thing comes first and whatnot, because I'm the queen, deal with it. You're hoping for, yet fearing, is the Two of Wands. So having the Two of Wands as your hope, but also fear at the same time, you're hoping that you're going to be choosing the right twig. That sounds odd. You're hoping that your choice is going to be able to bring you a lot of gains rather than just like, okay, I just picked this twig and it was the wrong twig and it just snapped in half. You're wanting the choice that you go with that's going to be able to bring you the most gain and the most prosperity from it, rather than be like, broken twig, oh well, I guess back to the twig board. So then, the most likely outcome to come out for the good old Taurus is the Chariot. And yep, in this picture we have a man and a woman having at it. But also, what I like about this depiction of the Chariot, you see the lions. One's like, I see nothing, and the other one's like, I'm not saying a word. I don't see anything. I'm not saying anything. So your best likely outcome is actually going to be something where two units come together as one, and from it you'll be able to have yourself get the gains that you desire and have something that was kind of a little difficult to have come together, be able to finally come together and work together in perfect unison, and you'll be able to command it where it needs to go for both you and your desired other, if you have one. If not, well then, just keep the endurance and go Hong Kong fully sassy, not having the BS, and then keep the endurance up for it. So what is the last message for the Taurus? Just 3 cards, just like last time for Aries. Eight of Pentacles, which is funny because that's what Aries got. 3 of Wands. Page of Swords. So, keep investing towards the desired outcome you want, and don't let anything prevent you from being where you want to be, because whatever you put out and work towards and you put the effort towards, even though it might seem a long ways away, it'll be coming towards you. You just got to stay busy and keep working towards it and keep your eye on it. But also keep in mind too that you have your eyes on your competition and those that are seeking to potentially take your investment and your want that you've been putting towards. Keep tabs on them just to be safe that they're not pulling anything dark and sleazy. But anyway, Taurus, that was your reading. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next reading.